Hello everyone. This is Mr. Vilaj Jagtap. Today's I am going to deliver knowledge on the subject poultry management. Topic is a mechanism of digestion. Into the previous lecture, I have already explained about the digestive system of the hen, digestive system of birds. Then today's I'm going to continue about the physiology of digestion, either mechanism of digestion. So let's see about the mechanism of digestion. You can see this one slide, the digestive enzyme activity. Correct? So the alimentary canal carry the main work of the digestion, but along with alimentary canal, there is present some associated digestive gland, which I have already explained into the previous lecture. The digestive gland include that is the liver. Then second one is the pancreas, which are present inside the loop of the small intestine. Then next gland that is the spleen. Clear? So today's I am going to study about their activity. First one, you can see this table. There is location. Then next column, that is the PS of the enzyme activity. Then third column, that is the name of enzyme. Then column number 4, that is the substrate on which substrate enzymes are act. Then last column, there is showing what end product. Clear? The substrate are converted into the what end product. So first mechanism of the digestion occurs at the mouth. Understand? Actually inside the big region of the birds. There is the PS having 7 to 7.5, and inside the mouth there is working one enzyme, that is the salivary amylase. Clear it? Saliva released into the mouth, either buccal cavity, by the salivary gland, and the name of the enzyme, that is the salivary amylase. Now, this salivary amylase are act on the lubricates the feed, such as a starch and dextrin. Understand? Where is salivary amylase act on the starch and dextrin. Then this starch and dextrins are break down, either convert into the dextrin, either end product, that is the glucose. Clear? That is the physiology of digestion. It means physiology of the mouth cavity. Then next physiology, either next enzymatic activity occurs into the next organ of the alimentary canal, that is the crop. About the crop consists the pH, that is 4.5. It's consists basically acidic pH. Then there is that is the actually mucus work. Then this mucus are soften the food material. Actually these grains are softened from hard to convert it into the softened one. Then next organ of the alimentary canal, that is the gizzard and proventriculus. The proventriculus and gizzards having the pH 2.5, it's acidic pH, and there is release the one enzyme, name of the enzyme, that is the actually acid, that is the HCl. Clear it? So there is pH of the HCl, how many? There is 2.5, and this HCl lowering the digesta of pH and initiate the protein cleavage. Actually this HCl, hydrochloric acids, help to lowering, either degrade, either digestion of the protein molecules. Clear it? Then next part, there is having release the two kind of enzymes. First one is the pepsin, and these pepsins are act on protein molecules, and these protein molecules convert into the polypeptides. Clear? Then likewise into the gizzards and proventriculus, there is another enzymes also released, that is known as the lipase. This lipase are act on triglycerides and convert into the fatty acids and monoacyl glycerol. Clear? Convert into the fatty acid and monoacyl glycerol. Then next part, that is the duodenum. It's a part of small intestine, and there is pH of this duodenum, that is 6 to 6.8, and it's also acidic pH. And there is also working one enzyme into the duodenum, that is the amylase, and this amylase act on starch and dextrin, and similarly it's convert the end product into the maltose and glucose. Then next one is the enzymes also present into the duodenum, that is the trypsin. Another one is the chymotrypsin, and next one is the esterase. This chymotrypsin, esterase and trypsin act on the protein molecules, peptides, and converted into the peptides and amino acids. And last one, enzymes released into the duodenum, that is the carboxypeptidase. Carboxypeptidase means what? It's related to carbohydrates. Then collagenase means what? It's act on collagen protein. Then it's act on the peptides and collagen and converted later into the amino acid as a end product. Clear it? This one is about the uh, digestive activity inside the duodenum. Then into the duodenum there is also working one enzyme, that is the lipase, and this lipase act on the fat and convert into the fatty acids and monoacyl glycerides as well as diglycerides. Clear it? Then there is also one enzyme also present into the duodenum, that is the cholesterol and esterase. These enzymes are act on the cholesterol molecule and ester molecule, and later it convert into the fatty acids and cholesterol molecules. Clear? Now, next one part of the small intestine, that is the jejunum. About the jejunum, it's also having the pH 0.5 5.8 to 6.8, and this jejunum consists the one enzyme, that is the maltase, and another, that is the isomaltase. This maltase and isomaltase are act on maltose sugar and isomaltose sugar, and later this maltose and isomaltose sugar convert into the glucose molecules. Then next enzyme presence into the jejunum, that is the sucrase. About this sucrase act on the sucrose, that is the one type of carbohydrate, and this sucrose convert into the glucose and fructose. Clear it? Then next one, lactase. Lactase are act on the lactose, then convert into the glucose and gal galactose molecules. Then last enzyme presence into the jejunum, that is the polynucleotidase and peptidase. Polynucleotidase and peptidase act, polynucleotidase basically act on nucleic acid. Nucleic acid means it's DNA, either RNA. Then later it convert into the mononucleotides. Then peptides act on peptides and convert into the monopeptides. Clear? And next organ of the alimentary canal, that is the ceca, and there is a pH having 5.7 to 5.9, and it's also acidic pH. Then there is microbial activity basically occurs. I have already explained at the element whenever I was explaining about the alimentary canal. There is the microbial activities going on into the ceca, and into the ceca there is presence of the cellulose, then polysaccharides, starches, and sugar. This cellulose, polysaccharides, and starches are later converted into the simpler product for the absorption. Clear? Then next one, you can see this one slide. There is the digestive processes in the poultry. Upper row consists one, that the brown color, that is the protein molecule is there. Then there is a sun-like texture, that is the fat molecules, and there is a ring-like structure, not diamond-like, either chain-like structure, that is the starch molecules. Clear? So you can see that table. First column, that is the organs participate into the digestion of this specific molecule. First one is the mouth, then this one is the protein. Proteins are not digest inside the mouth cavity. These proteins are goes up to the stomach region, and where the some enzymes are released and convert into the peptides, and this peptide pass into the small intestine, and where it converted into the amino acids, and these amino acids further absorb into the small intestine. Clear? Likewise, similar about the fat. This one is the fat. Fat comes into the mouth whenever birds, either whenever chickens eat the fat contain molecules. These molecules cannot digest inside the mouth, and these molecules pass into the stomach. There into the stomach, these fat molecules also cannot digest, and further this pass into the small intestine, where the release of the bile from the liver, understand, bile juice, that is the this bile salt presents the lipase enzyme, and this lipase are act on the lipid molecules, and these lipids are break down into the small fatty acids, and later these fatty acids are absorbed into the intestinal last part. Clear? Likewise, similar about the starch. Starch start to the digest from mouth. Mouth, there is presence what? Salivary gland. Yes or no? Yeah. Now this salivary glands release the amylase enzyme, and this amylase enzyme act on the sugar molecule and convert into the small molecule, that is the maltase. Clear? And up to the this amylase act also into the small intestine, and there is conversion of the small simple compounds, and these are easily absorbed at the small intestine. Clear it? This one is about the digestive activity, either physiology of digestion. Now the major component of the poultry diet, that is the carbohydrate. Clear? Into the poultry feed, the major component added into the poultry feed, that is the carbohydrate. So let's see about the carbohydrate. This carbohydrates, digestion mechanism of the carbohydrates, amylase enzyme which initiates the starch digestion. Mostly digestion occurs into the jejunum. Clear it? Amylase start into the mouth, but mostly digestion occurs inside the jejunum, and jejunum is the part of small intestine. Clear it? Second part of the small intestine. Then next, alpha amylase hydrolyzed one for linkage on both sides, and maltose is cleaved by the maltase and isomaltase sugar. Understand? That is also small intestine. Then next one is the sucrase hydrolyze the sucrose, that is the also carbohydrate sucrose. Then milk derived, that is the carbohydrate, by hydrolyze the lactase and glucose. Clear? This one is about the digestibility of carbohydrate. Then next dietary component of the poultry bird, that is the proteins. Clear? So let's see about the proteins. Digestion mechanism of the proteins. No digestion in the mouth and proventriculus. In the first site, HCl and pepsin play a major role in the digestion. I have already explained about the HCl. HCl basically release where into the gizzard portion, but actually the digestion occurs at the what? At the uh, small intestine. About the proventriculus and gizzard major sites, this is about the digestion of protein, and next part of the poultry diet, that is fat and fatty acids. Poultry birds provided food, that is the groundnut cakes and oil seeds also. So these oil seeds and groundnut cakes consist the fats and fatty acids. So let's see about the digestion of fats and fatty acids. The digestion mechanism of fats and fatty acids. No hydrolysis in the upper alimentary canal. The limited acid catalyze the hydrolysis in proventriculus and gizzards. Then digestion and absorption usually occurs in the small intestine by the lipids. Then next one, vitamins. About the vitamins, there is two kind of vitamin. First one is the water soluble vitamin, and another is the fat soluble vitamin. So digestion mechanism of the vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins undergoes similar digestive process as do dietary triglycerides in the small intestine. Then next one, the process include the emulsification, which is enhanced by the bile salts action of pancreatic lipase. Then next one is the digestion of the vitamin A and vitamin E involve the action of retinol and tocopherol esterase respectively. Then digestibility of the vitamin, there is two column. First one is the digestibility of the vitamins, and another column that is the digestibility in a percentage. So first vitamin, it's having digestibility 40 to 70%. Vitamin D3, it's 50 to 66%. Vitamin E, it's 10 to 25%. Vitamin E, it's only 50%, and niacin, it's 85%. That is the digestibility all of the fat soluble vitamins. Clear? There is not mention about the water soluble vitamin, that is the vitamin C and vitamin B complex groups, that is the easily digest by the water, either removed from the water. Now this is all up about the mechanism of digestion into the poultry birds. uh, I will explain next topic into the next video about the poultry diseases. Clear it? Okay, thank you.